Hi, I'm Amanda Clark, creator of Portion Perfection. When it comes to eating the right amount for your needs, there are endless ways to achieve it. As I've said before, I'm not tied to any macronutrient pattern, though higher protein intake helps limit muscle loss when losing weight, and lower GI carbs help to moderate insulin response, and insulin tends to favour fat storage. Apart from that, you can eat more protein, less carbs, more fat. I don't mind. My priority is to make it easier to stick to your plan. Here's a few ways to use the weight loss version of the Portion Perfection plate. Now, if you've had bariatric surgery, this works on a much smaller scale because there's much less carb on your plate to play with. First, let's take a look at the plate. So, you can use your plate in the usual way. So that is a quarter protein, a quarter carbohydrate, half low starch vegetables with a teaspoon of oil or a tablespoon of low fat sauce. So this is a low fat, low GI, higher protein balanced meal. The key to maximising the volume for the calories is to always ensure that half your plate is filled with low starch vegetables. So be sure to fill that up. Remember that the Portion Perfection plate has 2 serving sizes. Weight loss for women is just filling the base of your plate, 2 centimetres, 3/4 of an inch deep in the middle. And weight loss for men is filling out to the edge. The words around the outside of the plate are to prompt mindful eating. So they're what to think about when eating to feel even more satisfied. Another way to use your plate is the high protein method. So what if you caught yourself a nice big piece of fish? Well, just skip the carbs completely, fill half your plate with protein, so your fish in this example, and half your plate with low starch veg and a little oil or sauce to keep things interesting, and that'll work out just fine. You could also convert your plate for a higher fat meal. So maybe you're looking to avoid carbs, but you don't want all that fish, or you would love to have some feta cheese or some nuts in your salad. Well, swap out the carbs for fats in the form of avocado, nuts, cheese, or extra oil. You'll find the specific details and volumes in the Portion Perfection book. Now, another thing to be aware of, and this applies to both weight loss and bariatric, is if you've got an extra saucy dish like a curry, well, if you're cooking it, you could thin down that sauce and then use a slotted spoon so that you're getting the flavour but not so much sauce. If you don't want to do that or you can't do that, then start using up your carbohydrate section. So you're going to start reducing the amount of carbohydrate in favour of some sauce. Now this whole area here would be equivalent to about 1/4 cup of a low fat sauce or 1 tablespoon of a higher fat sauce. Now on the bariatric plate, that's just going to be a tablespoon of a low fat sauce or a teaspoon of a higher fat sauce. Another problem you might come across is fried food. Now, deep frying your protein or your carbs really means that you need to halve the portion size for the same calories. So your 90 gram serve of chicken becomes 45 grams of fried chicken. You could also keep the fried chicken quantity the same and get rid of the carbs in the way that we've spoken about. If you're trying to lose weight, I don't encourage you to have fried food unless you're swapping it out and unless it's healthy fats. So olive oil is the perfect example, and olive oil is great for a Mediterranean diet. So you could consider it an everyday choice if you're having extra oil and it's a healthy oil and you're still making up for the calories. But otherwise, if you're not in control or you don't know what type of oil, you can probably consider it's an occasional choice. The oil probably isn't a good one in that situation. I hope that helps and enables you to be a bit more flexible in the way you use your plate. And I'll see you next time.